Good morning, Robert Scribbler filming south and east at Jeanette's Pier as we got some surfers and some paddleboards dropping in on some waves. Glassy conditions, waves in the range of 2 foot plus, some larger waves on the sets. Also on the north side, I would say north side of Jeanette's Pier, better conditions, likely better conditions south, but generally speaking very glassy with those strong, semi-strong, I'd say like 10 to 15 mile an hour winds out of the southwest, holding up those waves, creating those nice glassy conditions. Some great rides, some long linking waves, definitely crowded conditions here, and so definitely to be mindful of safety, and just pay attention to your fellow surfers. Waves are not what's most important, safety is what's most important, so just make sure you're taking care of everybody, including yourself, and staying alert to others out there. We're all out here to have fun. Ooh, nice little air there. And enjoy the waves together. And so it's not about ego or anything other than sharing the beautiful ocean with one another here today. All right, so getting down into the official surf conditions here at Nag's Head, we've got 2 foot plus waves, clean conditions, east-southeast swell at 2 foot in 10 seconds, southwest wind at 14 miles per hour, 81-degree Fahrenheit air temperature, 77-degree ocean water temperatures. Up north in Virginia Beach, where the ECSC is still going on, we've got 1 foot plus waves. And then heading on down south to Road Anthony, we've got 2 to 3 foot waves and semi-clean conditions, east-southeast swell at 2.3 feet and 10 seconds, southwest winds at 16 miles per hour. Air temperatures 80 degrees Fahrenheit, ocean water temperatures 79, and a little bit further south in Buxton, a little bit bigger waves at 2 to 3 foot and semi-clean, east-southeast swell at 2.5 feet and 10 seconds, southwest winds 15 miles per hour, 79-degree air temperatures, 82-degree ocean water temperatures. And down at Frisco, 2 to 3 foot waves, choppy conditions. All right, now looking out into the North Atlantic, taking the weather forecast and observed conditions from the National Hurricane Center. We have 4 areas of interest in the tropical Atlantic. The first is Tropical Storm Franklin, which is strengthening and is now predicted to become a major Category 3 hurricane with 115 mile per hour winds by Tuesday. It is expected to be positioned at that time at a location west of Bermuda, which is a really good spot for wave generation here in the Outer Banks, and we might see some really big waves on that day. The surf forecasts can tend to underpredict the waves, and so I'm thinking about on Tuesday we have the possibility of seeing double overhead waves in some locations here in the Outer Banks if Franklin takes the path and achieves the intensity that is predicted by the National Hurricane Center. Again, max sustained winds at present are 65 miles per hour. The storm is north of Puerto Rico and east of the Bahamas and is expected to turn north and northwest today. The second area of interest is a disturbance entering the eastern Gulf of Mexico. This area of interest has a 90% chance of developing into a into a tropical cyclone over the next 7 days. And getting into the Gulf of Mexico, there's very warm waters in the Gulf of Mexico will provide a lot of fuel for this system. The only limiter for this system being wind shear. So we'll have to look at wind shear with the system, but once the storm gets into the Gulf of Mexico and develops, often it's going to hit land somewhere. So another system to keep an eye on. The third system that is being monitored by the National Hurricane Center is a disturbance in the central tropical Atlantic, which has a 40% chance of developing over the next 7 days. And the last is a new disturbance moving off of Africa, a new tropical wave moving off of Africa, and this one has a 20% chance of developing over the next 7 days. So lots of areas of interest here in the tropical Atlantic as we watch some surfers catch some nice glassy waves here. Ooh, a little spill. Nice drop in on the backside, some cutbacks. Fun waves to be had there in the elements today. All right, so thanks for joining me for this session of the OBX Wave Report. And I'd like to ask you guys to please do everything you can to help speed the transition to clean energy, which will protect our coastlines from the impacts of climate change driven by fossil fuel burning. Those impacts for the coastlines, main impacts being more intense storms, rising sea levels, ocean heat waves that harm the ocean environment, and ocean acidification, which hurts our coral reefs, which are so important to surfing, and other impacts such as increased wildfires, droughts, and heavy rainfall events, as we have seen, particularly with the Lahaina fire recently. Over on my Instagram, I'm supporting the Maui Fund for raising charitable donations for the victims of the Lahaina fire. I encourage you guys to do what you can to help out, and we'll be donating some money this week to them as well. All right, so thanks for joining me once again, and hope you guys get out there, enjoy some good waves. Hope you guys do stay safe, and keep your fellow surfers in mind if you're in a crowded condition, and do your best not to get in any kind of situation where you're going to collide and someone's going to get hurt. We're all out here to have fun, and we all share a love of the ocean. All right, so thank you for joining me once again.